On October 7th, 2015, Mojang added the Elytra via Snapshot 15W41A. For the first time ever, flying in survival Minecraft became possible. With it, of course, came a lot of controversy. Only about 40% of the response was immediately positive, with 35% being negative and the rest undecided or neutral. Many content creators have made videos either discussing how they'd fix it, call for a nerf, or ask for it to be outright removed from Minecraft. But why? Why was the community split almost evenly about such a positive change? Let's hear both sides of the arguments, starting with the negative opinions. Critics said Elytra rendered all other forms of transport useless, because why take the time to build a minecart track that only goes 8 blocks per second, or a horse that can only go 9.49 or 14.23 blocks per second, when you can use an Elytra with a firework rocket that boosts you to 33 blocks per second? Sounds reasonable, right? Here's where we run into our first issue. None of these items serve the same purpose. Let's break it down, starting with minecarts. Minecarts don't serve the purpose of exploration. They simply provide a fun and convenient way to travel back and forth to various locations in your world where you may have farms, large builds, or specific biomes you're harvesting for resources. You don't build a minecart track to go out and explore the world. But minecarts are also very good underground. After all, they are called minecarts, not over-the-grass carts. They're incredibly useful for getting into a strip mine you have set up to get more diamonds. The second mode of transport we can address is horses. At an average speed of 12 blocks per second, horses aren't exactly slow. They can walk up 1 block steps without needing to jump. And they can jump a lot higher, with some being able to jump nearly 6 blocks. And that's not to mention their biggest benefit. The player loses no hunger while riding a horse. If you're out exploring for hours, this can save you from having to burn through a lot of food. Some might say, but still, you might not use your horses or minecarts anymore after defeating the dragon. And this is where we run into our second issue. You're assuming everyone who plays Minecraft beats the dragon and goes for Elytra. I just checked, and only 4% of Xbox players that own Minecraft have ever beaten the Ender Dragon in survival mode. 4%. We can assume the same is true, or at least close for PlayStation, but I don't have a PlayStation to check. Someone who does, please comment down below. Anyway, that means almost 96% of people who own Minecraft have never beaten the dragon. Even if we go to the wildest extremes and say half of those people played the game one time and never played it again, that still means only 8% of people are beating the dragon. But to be extra safe, let's just round it up to an even 10. 90% of people who are playing Minecraft either have no use for Elytra because they play creative mode, which is perfectly fine by the way, or will never be able to obtain Elytra because they don't want to defeat the Ender Dragon. That leaves us with 10% of players. These are the people who play Minecraft and care about progression at least a little bit. Just 10% of the player base. For those 10%, there should be an incredible reward. After all, to get here, you need to brave the extreme dangers of the Nether, travel potentially thousands of blocks to find a buried stronghold with a portal in it that leads to an incredibly powerful enemy who is surrounded by dozens of strong enemies that teleport, and explore over a void that if you fall into, you die and lose everything you had on you. And even then, you have to go extremely high up and risk falling to your death to get it. All for an item with such insanely low durability, you're essentially required to put Mending and Unbreaking 3 on it. And then, once all of that is done, you have the most dangerous form of transport. No, seriously, Elytra is the quickest way to die of the 3 main forms of transport. I myself lost my first hardcore world to a creeper while wearing Elytra. In addition to this, I popped a totem in my current hardcore world because of Elytra, and if you look in this clip, you'll see I wasn't exactly going fast. Which means if you want to use Elytra safely, you really do need to have a Totem of Undying and Feather Falling 4 on your boots. You also can't wear it 24/7. Switching to your chestplate is highly recommended. Otherwise, Elytra is a very risky form of transport. By now, you're probably thinking, yeah, he's got a point, it's pretty balanced. As it should be. I'm in full agreement that something this powerful should come with its risk. That's why I refuse to install mods like totem stacking or Elytra chestplates. This to me would break the game. Okay, but that still does leave one problem. At the end of the day, I literally never use horses or minecarts in my hardcore world. But that's not because Elytra needs a nerf. It's because horses and minecarts need a buff. That's right, both of these other forms of transport need to be buffed. Let's start with the easier of the two, minecarts. Minecarts are incredibly easy to fix and make useful. With the Copper Age update having just come out, Mojang has been heavily leaning into copper. This is the perfect time to add the copper rail. It can have the property of accelerating the player 5 blocks per second with a hard limit of 1000 blocks per second, with speed rapidly decreasing every 10 blocks of travel. This would require the player to craft a lot of copper rails, but it would also make minecarts incredibly useful for all players, not just peaceful mode players. Next, let's fix horses. Horses aren't inherently broken, because as I mentioned earlier, they're already pretty good. Their one and only fail point is that they can't swim and they can't go in a boat. Technically, you can just lead your horse and boat across rivers as needed, but that still takes up an inventory slot. As it stands, inventory is a huge issue in Minecraft. To be fair, Mojang did mostly solve this with bundles. But still, if you can carry one less thing, that's more than ideal. But we haven't finished fixing horses yet. My fix would be to allow horses to get in the boat with the player. Skip needing to bridge or bring a lead, just let them in. Why not? We can already put entities like gas in minecarts, right? So why not allow horses in boats too? This one single change alone makes horses much more useful. But I have one more. Buff horses' jump height and fall damage reduction. Horses struggle in some forests, but they don't have to. Just let them jump higher. Make the range for a max height jump something like 6 to 10 blocks. With this, horses become extremely useful for all players, not just early game players. Having said all of this, I have a request of everyone, but especially content creators. Please stop asking for a nerf to Elytra. Not only does it not make any sense, but it would actively harm the ability of millions of Minecraft players to play in their long-term worlds. In a game with over 130 million active players, you end up with literally millions of adults who have jobs, household responsibilities, and possibly even kids. Nerfing the Elytra in any way might deter those adults from playing the game. Think about it like this. You've just gotten off a 12-hour shift at the construction site. You get home, wash up, eat dinner, put the kids to bed. Now you maybe have an hour to play in the Minecraft world you've been slowly chipping away at. You want to go explore for a new cave and get lost looking for diamonds. But you can't, because the Elytra was nerfed so badly that it became risky to travel that far from the base. How did that make the game more fun for anyone? The simple answer is that literally no one benefits from this change, and everyone loses. Literally everyone. If you made it this far, please drop a like and share this video with anyone you know who says Elytra needs to be nerfed. Oh, and by the way, you don't have to use Elytra. Nothing's stopping you from literally just not using it. So if you don't like it, then just don't use it. After all, Minecraft is a sandbox game for everyone. The perfect sandbox game. My favorite game of all time. Let's keep it fun for everyone. Thanks for watching.